your energy. This world is killing me. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. If you feelin' me, I feel. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. If you feelin' me, I feel. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. If you feelin' me, I feel. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. If you feelin' me, I feel. I need your energy. High life, high tide. Don't drown. Big breath, take steps, stay cool. When I'm down, that vibe, that's right. On top, that height, I fly, skydive, high five, we won't die. See hope, see drive, see why. And my eyes, win big, win life. Take off, bye-bye, no slip. Black ice, they shoot, lit fly. Don't stop, must try. Energy, that's why I'm doing the most. In the middle of the road, I'm running the globe. I'm fighting for those that give everything to get back what they owe. So close, don't fold. Live bright, live bold. Kick back, get close. Light it up for yours. I need your energy. I need your energy. This world is killing me. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. If you feelin' me, I feel. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. If you feelin' me, I feel. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. If you feelin' me, I feel. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. If you feelin' me, I feel. I need your energy. This what they want. This what they need. This what we on. Took it worldwide and brung it back home. Turn it on. Energy. Never been scared. Always prepared. Taking you there. You need to be here. Heads in the air. Yeah. Energy. Flossed up, fly like a salsa, live in the moment. Get it, own it, live it, breathe it, zone it. No time to waste, no time to slow down when we out on the chase. Don't be pumping your brakes, when you coming from nothing, you do what it takes. Dodging these gunshots, still gotta stay focused. Ain't no sleep, stay woken. Gotta keep your eyes open. When all of my energy gone, don't leave me out on my own. Don't leave me all on my own. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. I need your energy. I need your energy. This world is killing me. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. If you feelin' me, I feel. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. If you feelin' me, I feel. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. If you feelin' me, I feel. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. If you feelin' me, I feel. I need your energy.
You love me, especially different every time. You keep me on my feet, happily excited by.
Excited by.
All right, you guys, you're now locked into the Embodiment Underground Radio. We are here in the building, and we're going to have an amazing show for your listeners today. We have, you know what, it's kind of hard to explain our guest is going to be here because he's simply amazing. And that's what I mean by hard to explain. I'm going to give him the honor to do all the talking. So you guys make sure you stay locked in. We have Derrick Dixon, who will be joining us very soon. You know what? For right now, I want you guys to go ahead and make sure you download everything we have out there so you can stay connected to the Embodiment Underground Radio. We can be found on Google Play Store, the Apple Play Store, and also your home device, Alexa. Just ask Alexa, start XFM. Again, this is the Embodiment Underground Radio. You can find us here every Monday through Saturday between 6 o'clock until 7 o'clock. And also you can find us on various platforms. Just go to our website at X360fm.com, or you can visit us at embodimentundergroundradio.com. You can find us on all social media platforms, Facebook, tweet us on Twitter, and also you can find us on Instagram. Go in the bio, and we have multitudes of platforms on how you can access not just Embodiment Underground Radio, but X360 FM. And also, you guys, get this. If you're listening to military station. We're 24/7. Is there any particular song that you would like during our sessions? If you're just, on the road going to lunch or headed to work, wherever you may be, just pull over and just go to our website, hit the request line, and you can request any song that you desire to hear. So again, just go to X360fm.com and select request line. Is that request line, Silky Silk?
Oh, yeah.
Is that how we have it listed?
We got it listed like request.
We got it listed like that. Okay, I wanted to make sure because I stumbled there. Request line, X360fm.com. But for now, you guys, I want you to keep us on lock. You're listening to the Embodiment Underground Radio on X360FM, and we have taken control.
For my soldiers who died on the cavalry, violence in the streets ended up in casualties. All my soldiers, rest in peace. 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 This is for my soldiers who died on the cavalry, violence in the streets ended up in casualties. All my soldiers, rest in peace. 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 All my soldiers falling over, all in Georgia, lost composure. Tell my aces, draw the joker, out the full house, lots of poker. Ammo hit, commando clips, made Rambo blitz, can't handle this. Enemy siege, Rainbow Six, more fatal hits than Halo did. Sad to see, brutalities of my cavalry ended up in casualties. In reality, my soldiers were true masterpiece. Got murder, man, capacity. Earn more stars than galaxies. Cause a big hit, split personality like Cassidy. Life just shattered, broken glass. See the big picture, photographs. Framing up my soldier badge. Folding up my soldier rags. Burying my soldier tags. Saluting to my soldier flags. Pay respect, my soldiers past. Mind at peace, yoga class. Rest in peace. This is for my soldiers who died on the cavalry. Violence in the streets ended up in casualties. All my soldiers, rest in peace. 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 This is for my soldiers who died on the cavalry. Violence in the streets ended up in casualties. All my soldiers, rest in peace. All my soldiers, rest in peace. All my soldiers, rest in peace. All my soldiers, rest in peace.
Teens with sticks and hoopies, old school's hotbox, that was modern version cavalry. Some tornado brethren from same section to a cold hard count of casualty. Some were timid, some worked out the heavy metal like they losing calories. With no sweat, they let it empty, pumping iron with no intervention. Some units in the new terrain, attainment hit legit estates for salary snatching. Not much dope up in this section, beef on money, weed, guns are ranked factually. And about women, mostly image, writing checks for conflicts they can't cash. Actually popping off to get appraisal and applause and clout that they get clapped. Tragically, orange chains, ask the parish, ask the Blairs and Suggs if they've been strained with pain from their sons' results of awkward posts of battle rhythm leading to their slain. And their siblings struck in heart from bullets striking brothers. Only real remains is their face and frames, good fond memories, smiles and laughter, love and pain.
This is for my soldiers who died on the cavalry. Violence in the streets ended up in casualties. All my soldiers, rest in peace. 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 This is for my soldiers who died on the cavalry. Violence in the streets ended up in casualties. All my soldiers, rest in peace. All my soldiers, rest in peace. All my soldiers, rest in peace. All my soldiers.
I'm from that 404 Atlanta, where we hang out with bangers, where we fuck up them scammers who pass around these hammers. I done lost so many partners, feel like sometimes God forgot us, feel like we done hit right bottom. With all these souls forgotten, rest in peace to all my soldiers, obituary folders. Sometimes I pull up on they mamas just to lean a shoulder. I can't wait to see my brothers hold that gate open. All my niggas angels, that's that shit that I'm hoping. The brothers want dope, the girls want pills, the mamas get coke, the sons get killed. My homies go hustle, your homies go steal. It's all about muscle, I'm keeping it real. Too many niggas done down in the streets. All I can say is fuck the police. I know one day again we gon' meet. All my soldiers rest in peace. Look, I think I might OD. You niggas don't know me. Can't fuck with no police. They put down my homie. I ball like I'm Kobe. No, I ball like Ginobili. No, I ball like I'm just. Pay up if you owe me. I think I might OD. I told you it's over. I think I might OD.
It's another exclusive, only from Embodiment Underground Radio.
Look, just outside with a pill bottle. Everything I say happen rap Aristotle. Never had issues for their problems. Never had tissues for their problems. Just insane in the membrane. I'm at the top, you ain't even on the food chain. I'm finna pop, they don't even know your whole name. I got them white folks and I like cocaine. Opportunity, now I can kick down the dope frame. And I ain't stopping until they know my whole name. It's just string, motherfucker, check the domain. Can I send you a mine? I want the whole thing. Calm down, nigga. You see it walk around with a crown, nigga. You better not bring a queen around, nigga. Lie it on the eyes of booty riding brown, nigga. You tryna steal my sound, nigga. You the type to walk around and claim it down with you. Tryna steal my sound, nigga. You the type to walk around and claim it down with you. You say you love me, but you love the homie. You claim that you know me. You better come show me. I think I might OD. You niggas don't know me. Can't fuck with no police. They put down my homie. I ball like I'm Kobe. No, I ball like Ginobili. No, I ball like I'm just. Pay up if you owe me. I think I might OD. I told you it's over. I think I might OD. I told you it's over. I think I might OD. I told you it's over. I think I might OD. I told you it's over. Look, bullshit. On my right side, I got the full clip. On the left side, I got the toolkit. Got the thing pointed in my head. Finger on the trigger, I'll be dead if it do slip.
It's another exclusive, only from Embodiment Underground Radio.
Stressing, thoughts and opinions. Niggas ain't on my height, I'm taller than these minions. Fuck you mean, stacking chips to the ceiling. Papa's in when you stuck in your feelings. Oh my god, Bumpy's back, might proact on this bumpy track. Fresh out the kitchen, you can take them dumplings back. Put your career together like Humpty's back. You say that you know me, you left me lonely. Now y'all phone me, you never phone me. You say that you love me, but you never told me. Now I'm back on my cheese shit. Moving silence like baloney. I think I might OD. You niggas don't know me. Can't fuck with no police. They put down my homie. I ball like I'm Kobe. No, I ball like Ginobili. No, I ball like I'm just. Pay up if you owe me. I think I might OD. I told you it's over. I think I might OD. I told you it's over. I think I might OD. I told you it's over. I think I might OD. I told you it's over. Look.
All right, you guys, that is Just Junior. That is his latest release, and I think that was around October of last year, and that was Anxiety Attack. That's the album Anxiety Attack. You guys go check it out. You can find Just Junior on all social media platforms. It's at It's Just Junior. OHITS Just Junior. He's an amazing indie artist. He's out there. He's putting the music out. So check him out. He's one of a kind. He sets himself from all the others. So you will know him when you're listening. He doesn't just blend in with everyone. So again, check out Just Junior. And by the way, check out a lot of these indie artists. The underground, that is what we represent. We are unequivocally 100% behind the indie artists. I typically say underground, but sometimes I don't know if that's a negative connotation, because they're not underground, they're out there. You know what I mean? They're just independent. So check them out, you guys. You're missing a lot of amazing talent if you're just following mainstream. And trust me, some of the most talented people you have never heard of before in your life. And speaking of talent, but that's very well known, I must say this to to you guys. And I just wanted to shut the show down and say, you know what? We don't need to do the show because we were having really good conversations before we got on the airways. So I'm already vibing you, Derrick. We got Derrick Dixon here in the building.
Thank you.
Yes. And we just spoke, a few months ago, May of 2019.
Right.
Yeah.
I came out and did a fashion show for autism awareness.
Exactly. Now, how did that go, Derrick?
Oh my gosh, it was the greatest experience. Atlanta came out, showed out, and supported that event, and just got right behind supporting the autism and everything. It was amazing, the support that Atlanta showed. So I just want to say thank you, Atlanta.
So we treated you okay, right?
You treated me good.
All right, y'all better do right out here, and we got to represent, because we got a lot of issues here in Atlanta. So we got to represent when you guys are coming from, now where are you coming from now, bro?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes.
Are you native Maryland?
No.
You're not?
No, I moved out there in 2000. I was born in Frankfurt, Germany.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and brought up in Denver, Colorado. Moved to Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And then ended up in Baltimore, Maryland.
Sounds like a military life.
Military life.
Interesting life. Yeah. Now, did you go military, Derrick?
No, I did not. No,
okay.
No, that's one thing I did not follow in my father's footsteps.
You let him do that, right?
You do that. That's not me.
Yeah, my father was. You know what? My father was military, and people often they misconstrue me as military. I said, well, I might as well have enlisted because our household was ran like it was military.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like you had to do all this when you came through the door.
Right.
Like I couldn't wait till I grew up and get out the house.
Get gone.
Oh yeah.
And that's a great cause you guys did a charity for.
Man,
hats off to you.
It's amazing when you see parents that raise autistic children. Me being a father of an autistic child, you're amazed of what they have to do 24/7. And people always say, I'm a parent. It's a different experience because you are on 24/7. Right. And if my child goes to school, my son, his name is Cortez, goes to school, I don't go too far because I know the school could call any minute.
That's right.
He has a seizure disorder as well.
Right.
So you always gotta keep in the back of your mind, okay, I'm gonna plan this, but then plans can be changed.
Right. You're always on point, on station,
You're always,
ready to go.
And you have to be.
Right. Wow.
I'm out here in Atlanta. My brother, thank God for him, is watching my 3 boys and told me this morning my son had a seizure.
Wow.
And the first thing in you is like, I needed to be there. And because I said, well, what happened and everything? He said, he was talking about you. And he had a seizure, and I was like, Wow. So that just kind of pulled at my heart. Yeah.
Do you think that seizure came as he was speaking of you? Maybe he was just so overstimulated. Because now, can you explain exactly what autism is for those out there who are not privy to it?
Autism comes in all kinds of different spectrums. It goes from you can be have a high level of autism, which means that you're very functional with it.
Yes.
And you can, I've seen a lot of autistic children that have graduated from college and have moved on to have wonderful careers. It's only the fact that they have different thought patterns.
Yes.
They have different thought patterns. Their mind is so overwhelmed with stuff. It's being able to sort that out, being able to connect the dots. And that's why they say the spectrum. My son is more so, he's functional, but he has educational needs.
Okay.
So, but his memory is amazing. He will sit and watch Tyler Perry is his favorite all-time movies that he watches. He can watch Tyler Perry all day long. He will sit, watch the movie, put it back on because he'll watch it forever. He will mimic every word, every sound, every movement. He knows what car they're getting in, everything.
Oh, wow.
So it's amazing the things that he'll bring up stuff that, I told him 10 years ago. Remember when we was talking about that? He remembers.
That's amazing.
So they have their own type of talent. And the thing is that when they display that, you have to focus on that talent.
Precisely.
Because that way you pull so much out of them.
Okay.
But autism, and a lot of people are afraid, they think that autism is the kicking, the screaming, the falling out and everything. And it's not that. That's a sensory. The lights might be too loud, too bright for them. The sound might be too loud for them.
Is that overwhelming for them?
It's overwhelming. Let me tell you something. We may hear screaming. And you're thinking, oh, wow. Or the TV might be too loud. Oh, wow, turn that down. It's too loud.
Right.
Well, it's 10 times more to them.
Okay.
My son could be in another room and can hear what I'm saying.
Exactly. Okay.
And a lot of times autistic children have different, like one may have, like my son, he has very good hearing, but another may have it may be smell, it might be seeing. So they have different type of sensories that they are very efficient in.
Okay.
So that's another one. And then you have your nonverbal, your nonverbal, and which is, to me, I am blessed that my son is verbal, because I could not imagine my child not being able to say, Mommy, Daddy, I love you.
Exactly.
Not being able to tell you what hurts.
Yeah.
How they feel that day.
Right.
So, that's a lot of stress on a parent not to be able to communicate that. And now they have a lot of new devices where, these children, they do learn. They learn how to type on the computer to say, I'm hungry.
I like that.
Different, whatever it is, they can type it out.
Okay.
So a lot of times they would say, oh, you shouldn't put your child on the computer. So, well, our children need it.
Technology serves, we have pros with all of that too. It's not all bad.
You still got to communicate, you still have to limit, and you have to watch what they get on.
Yeah.
But it's necessary because it's a communication device for them.
Precisely.
So.
Yeah. I know someone who has an autistic daughter, and I actually trained her for a while, and sometimes she would come to the gym, and she was the one who couldn't really speak, so we had to gauge her body motions and just how she would react to things, and so I was able to connect with her, and sometimes when things were overwhelming she would scream or what have you,
right.
And she really just kind of, I don't know, I handled her with care as I was training mom.
Yes.
But I noticed that her mother the other day posted on Facebook, she finally for the first time was able to witness her daughter expressing herself through this particular machine.
Yes.
Because she goes to a certain school. But from what I assess, it just looks like that they are a special kind of person that has an overload of the function of our cognitive
and that's what it
structure.
That's
so
what it
it's
is.
like, how do you, because when I look at us, what we consider normal, and we put a label on what we think is normal.
Right.
And I'm thinking, you know what? These are just some gifted people that we would
Truly
never
gifted.
begin to even equate.
I always tell, like, this lady, she asked me one time, how do I handle his disability? I said, well, how do you handle your disability? And she was like, she said, excuse me? I said, how do you handle your disability?
That's right.
I said, because I bet you have a disability too. Your back hurts, your knee hurt or something, and you call it a disability.
Oh, yeah.
My son just has a unique learning style.
Exactly.
And that's how I handle that.
Is that our cue? Is that our cue?
It was timed out.
It was timed out. See, I thought he was trying to, yeah.
He was trying to shut me up.
But now, and real quickly, before we go to a music break, how do we say 3Ds or 3 triple D? How do we say it?
3D.
3D.
Yes.
Okay.
3D.
And that is representation of your 3 beautiful, handsome sons.
Yes, and it's still in my name, Derrick, Durrell, Dixon.
Okay.
Yep, so that's 3D, and then I gave them all middle initials, all are D. So I have Dion, I have D'Angelo, and Dean.
I like that.
So,
okay.
yeah.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
And 3D Productions, can you let the listeners know exactly the platform behind that?
3D Productions, I just started that because my vision was stop seeing yourself one dimension, see yourself in 3D. And that way, when you see yourself in 3D, you get to see all the aspects of your life and who you are and your ability of what you can do. There's so much more to you. I always tell people, talent doesn't mean singing and acting. Talent can be cutting the grass.
Oh, yeah.
There's people out there that can cut the grass, can put lines in that grass, and you're like, wow, look at that lawn.
That's right.
That's a talent.
Oh, yeah.
When you are a baker and you can cook and everything, that's a talent.
Oh, yeah.
So people need to stop thinking talent is only, what you do as far as acting or singing. Entertainment.
Yeah.
It's not just that.
Oh yeah.
Be who you are and be the best at it. My mother always used to say, if you choose to be a bum on the street, at least choose the best corner.
Be on the best corner and be the best bum on the street. The nicest neighbor wherever you're sleeping at. There you go.
Don't go to the corner where you ain't gonna get.
There you go.
At least choose the best corner.
Exactly. And speaking of talent, I challenge each and every one of you guys. I want you guys to be the most talented by right now downloading the X360 FM app. I challenge you guys, okay? And I also challenge you guys to stay locked in to, Monday through Saturday, 6 to 7. And I'm telling you, you will not regret it. We're on 6 days a week, 6 until 7 o'clock. And I can't help but agree with you. I always even say, we were given two ears and one mouth.
Yes.
Learn how to listen before you talk too much. That's also a talent. I tell the kids that.
That's right.
So your point on, I love it. There's so much that come with you, Derrick.
Thank you.
And I wish we can just kind of skip through all the music, but the sound engineer's giving me the signal. You guys stay locked in. You're listening to the Embodiment Underground Radio. Yes.
I just need to kiss it goodbye.
That is so true.
So baby, bring it over tonight. Don't get caught in your head. These words will keep them in this bed. I'm feeling like the first time we met, but I know this is good as it gets. We know we won't no more, so baby, we can take it slow. You, the only one got me stuck. Walk around eyes wide open, ain't focused. No, you notice that way. I'm trying to keep from moving that way, but true, real love is for the fools. Hurt me, no, you want to. Watch me break into two. For you. You're just like a fool for the whole ride, baby. Drop top in the cool, banging Tupac, baby. I saw something real, fuck what you saw, baby. I saw something real, fuck what you saw, baby. Trying to find a feel, but it's too hard lately. Yes, I take it out, thinking we all take it. Oh. If you know we take all of me to take you back, don't call no sleep, I'd rather crash. Ooh, so easy how you make up my mind. It work on me like every time. Jump in my Cadillac and ride to that, we go to that. Cause you, the only one got me stuck, Walk around eyes wide open, ain't focused, no, you notice that way. I'm trying to keep from moving that way, but true, real love is for the fools who hurt me, no, you want to. Watch me break into two. For you. You're just like a fool for the whole ride, baby. Drop top in the cool, banging Tupac, baby. I saw something real, fuck what you saw, baby. I saw something real, fuck what you saw, baby. Trying to find a feel, but it's too hard lately. Yes, I take it out, thinking we all take it. Oh. Back when nobody else was around. Who had your back when back then everything was beating you down?
Passion, action, that was the only way a nigga stay round. Fashion, flashing, had you suited up from your head to the ground. Beat it up, told you I'm on the way so you heat it up. Said you don't wanna go too fast so ease it up. Didn't think you would wanna go freezing up. I would've gave you it all, I would've gave the sauce, I would've gave the park, key to the house, key to the car. Then we could take it too far, I would've gave you my heart. But it's a long shot now, we can't get along now. Too late to start over back how, blood, sweat, tears, no foul. How did things go so soft, so tired of trying to figure out these games.
At the pool for the pool bar, baby. Drop top in the pool, baby. Too hot, baby. I saw something real, but with you saw, baby. Trying to find a feel, but it's too hard, baby. Here's I take it out, maybe we all take it
All right, you guys, you're locked into the Embodiment Underground Radio, and I'm vibing this because we got a full house now. We got Derrick, Dixon, he's been hanging out with us, and then I'm going to let you guys go around and introduce, but I don't have to introduce you, Tiffany. You guys saw the flyer. Tiffany Durrell would tell it like it is. She's our 9 o'clock on Monday. They cut up. If you want some real good entertainment and some crazy talk, you guys get your heads out of bed, lock in, 9 o'clock a.m. on Monday. They go in hard. They have me cracking up, really.
Yes.
You guys be showing out early in the morning. Who does that?
They can just roll over and just type it in or just have the app downloaded and just press it. And be like, oh, them crazy folks back on.
I mean, serious crazy folks. I'm serious. She has a team of folks and they all mesh quite nicely.
Yes.
Yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me today.
Thank you for having me.
We haven't done a show together yet.
We haven't.
You used to be on the phone back in the day, didn't you?
I was on the phone, and I was like, I'm going to get there today.
Oh, my God. Thank you. Because I had asked you to call in. Derrick, I said, call in. Right. You know, she was like, I'll be there. I said, okay.
Right, I had to come meet you.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to whip up the flyer real quick. Right. You liked it okay?
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay, awesome. All right, we have a beautiful young lady sitting across the table from me. How are you? And let the listeners know who you are.
Hello, my name is Tanya Brown, and I'm one of the actors for this weekend's production.
Oh, wow.
And my name is Diamond.
Oh my God! Okay, I'm super excited. I'm really happy for you, Derrick. You're doing a lot of things.
Yes.
Just back in May, you were doing something. Yes. So you're a busy man.
I am.
You're a very busy man.
Yes.
And speaking of busy, you have a stage play that's coming up this Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
At the Porter
Sanford
Community Center.
Yeah, that's a nice place too.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
So
and let me tell you what's up. It is so amazing, even how I got it. I called around to different places in Atlanta, and everybody kept saying, "Sir, you got to call in a year in advance, almost 2 years in advance to get a theater." So when I was calling, I called the Porter and Sanford, and same thing they told me. So I was like going, okay, well, can you just check? This is the date that I want. And they came back and they were like, that's the only date that is open. And I'm like, I told you that date was available because that's the date I stuck with. I was not going to change from it, and I knew that it was destined to be on that date. So I didn't waver from that.
You spoke it into existence. It was yours.
And we did it.
There you go. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Now this stage play, I like it. I mentioned this behind the scenes. I like the title. You know, let's talk about that. You know, is it same script, different cast?
Same script, different cast.
Okay, enlighten us, Derrick, please.
So, same script, different cast. It deals with how you inherit mishaps. So what that means is, like, a lot of times people say generational curses. Well, I don't want to say you've been cursed with something. I want to say that you've had a, you inherit what, we go through as adults, as we pass it down to our children. So we pass it down to different generations. So I always tell people, be careful. And Diamond has a saying that she says in the play, be careful what you speak in your life. Because a lot of times what you speak in your life is what you're going to get. So if you say, oh, I want to be just like my mother. Well, your mother grew up being a junkie. Your mother grew up running around chasing everybody. And you want to be just like her, not knowing her story. You don't know exactly what she's been through or what she had to go through in order to survive. So you have to know what you're saying in order to really grasp. You can love everything about her. Yeah. But to say, I want to be just like her. I want to be just like my father. I want to be just like my mother. So, I see a lot of kids. I want to be just like Michael Jordan. Well, you don't know what Michael Jordan's been through.
No, may need to pull that bio up real quick, or something to give us.
So you can inspire to be a basketball player, but be that basketball player.
There you go.
A lot of people always say, "Oh, you're the next Tyler Perry." I appreciate everything that Tyler Perry has done, what he is doing.
But I don't want his
he was homeless.
But I don't need to live in a car. I don't want to live in a car.
Right.
And I have watched him, and you get inspired by it.
Right.
But know me as Derrick Durrell Dixon.
There you go.
Tyler Perry's a great influence, but I don't want to go through that struggle.
Exactly.
That makes sense. See that struggle, so that way you can say, okay, I can learn from this.
Right.
Yeah.
So same script, different cast. It just works along life. It doesn't really even have to be within your family. It's life.
Right.
You have to be careful who's in your circle.
Oh yeah.
That's big.
Oh yeah.
You have to be careful of the influences on you, and just know that, okay, even though that they've done this and done that and everything, you can now break that chain. You can do it a different way.
There you go.
You can
I
do it a
like
different
that.
way.
Yeah.
I like that.
I always say I was put into my children's life to interrupt the pattern, because the pattern of their life, no telling of what could have happened.
Absolutely.
So I was placed in their life to interrupt the pattern.
There you
Absolutely.
go. Yeah. And I think, often as parents, those who are sensible with it, it's like, I don't want you, like I tell my kids, I'm telling you this for a reason, because we've been there. We don't want you going down that same path.
That's right.
So it makes sense.
Yeah.
It really does. And I think I was completely off with that.
Were you?
Yeah, but I like that. It makes a whole lot of sense, because I was just listening to something on the way coming over here. I'm all about inspiration and manifestations in the universe and vibrating. And it says something, you have to marry your emotions and your heart.
Yes.
And when you marry those things, that's how you manifest those things that you desire.
Now, what did you think? Same script, different cast. What did you think?
I'm just thinking, same story. What's the little saying we say? What's the little saying that we say? We all have the same story, but it's we all have the same story. When you think you're the only one going through something, you realize that there's multitudes of people who has your same story.
Right, okay.
But different people. So I was I think, was I almost kind of there?
Well, in all honesty, it really is the same story in different people, but within the confines of the family.
There you go.
Same generation. So you weren't too far off.
Okay.
The truth of the matter is, when we don't address the issues that we have, there's that phrase that says, what happens at home stays at home.
Yes.
The problem is, if that in fact is where the problem is, and you keep it at home, you're never going to get healed, or you may not know how to heal your generation of your children and your children's children. It's required to deal with it, right? Like, you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
There's a phrase I say, every time you speak, life happens, or creation happens. So what you speak out of your mouth, you're creating that atmosphere. If you speak peace, you have peace. If you speak love, you'll have love. Yes, it doesn't mean that we won't go through things, but it's how we address those things when we deal with them. So, absolutely.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
Yeah. But with Tyler Perry, that's what I'm learning as I get older. And a lot of people, they want to model the relationships, and as you see, like the millennium generation, they'll say goals. That certain things are goals,
right?
And I'm like, you don't know what those people went through
to
get there. And like now, when I see women with big old rings on their hands, I was like, I want that. Because because she had to really, because her ring got upgraded after 20-30 years. But what did she go through to get that ring?
The upgrade.
And I don't
get the
want
upgrade.
that type of. I just want to go through what God want me to go through.
That's
to get to where I'm supposed to go.
And you know, one thing I always say to myself too is, even though me going through different things through life, I never look at it and say, why did I have to go? Why did I have to go through this? I thank God that I went through certain things because I am who I am.
Right. It builds your character.
It does.
I mean, we can't get away from having to go through
You're
things.
gonna go
We
through
have to learn by what we go through, and then it allows us to then say, you know what? That's where the parent comes in. I've been through that. Let me give you the answers to the test. You don't need to take that.
You know what? The answers are right there. How can you fail? You know, with this particular scenario.
It's very true.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I'm going to tell you, with same script, different cast, you are going to laugh, you're going to cry, you are going to be angry, and
it pulls every emotion.
It pulls you every which
Y'all
way.
don't need me up in there, because you know what? I'm going to tell you, I tap into every emotion God gave me. I use them to the utmost.
When we did the play in Baltimore, they were yelling at the actors. Oh my gosh, they was in it.
Oh my God.
They was we have one character, her name is Jay, she plays Courtney. They wanted to get her after the play was over, and I was like, y'all, it is a play.
Oh wow.
It is a play. I was like, the poor thing, we was gonna need security for her, but to me,
that's an actress.
She did her job. If you pull that emotion out of them, then you did your job.
Oh wow!
You did your job.
I like that. She was very convincing then.
She was very convinced.
I love those type of actors.
Yes.
Well, look, you guys. We do have a call on the line. We actually have a caller on the line, and so we're going to go ahead and bring that caller in. But I'm going to need you to. Can you do that, sound engineer? You know what? See, we having good conversation. We got a caller on the line. The caller probably is blessing us out right about now. She don't hung up and just said, you know what? Terrible Maureen. But see, it's Derrick's fault because he gives good conversation.
I keep running my mouth.
Both of you guys get good conversation. Then we got Tiffany up in here, which is not helping. So we just... Okay, caller, please call back. Please call us back. Yes. Please, don't be angry with us.
What's the number again? What's the number?
404-964-6585. You guys call us. I promise you, we will not forget you this time. 404-964-6585. We're going to take a really quick music break. I promise you. Call us. Yes.
What up, G?
Hey, Vent, bro, I'm coming to the bird, boy. We might need to put this one on the, you know what I'm saying, on the film, boy.
No doubt.
Film status. Up, 80 down, 8, all that.
For the Roberta joint?
Yeah. Yeah, I got sis, we're gonna barbecue, we're gonna card game it up, back in the day style.
That's what's up. I'll shoot you the detail.
Already, bro. Love. Hit you when I touch down.
All right, bro.
Purple rain, motherfucker. Every time that you see that, Roberta. One time about. Every time that you see that, I call it Roberta.
DJ LaSalle.
Roberta, who was on the dirt road? Roberta, in the hood with my kinfolk. Roberta, show me what it's in for. Hey, I call it home. Roberta, down from a small town. Roberta, everyone know we all down. Roberta, and we all proud. Eating good, kinfolk. I'm fucking with his info. I call it Roberta. Down from a small town. Roberta. All the one know we all down. Roberta. In the village and we all round. Backwoods on the dirt road, yeah. In the mud with my kinfolk. We walk clean with a hurt load. Lee brought me up if you didn't know. Sleep, even though I'm in my work clothes. See, she gon' show me what it's hitting for. Free, when I speak, she say tenfold. Free, sticky sweet and a honey hole. Yeah. Blood and guts, sipping wagon wheel. Taking cut, fucking up, play a pass a deal. Hot man at 17, kept the tape real. Gotta keep the money moving, I got it, meal. That was back in the alley, bro. I can get you anything that you're asking for. Two red light, what you laughing for? If you think moving slow, try passing up. Can't meet, baby, freely. Come and eat, maybe even you can get a peach. Cause you cool, this is the epitome of family. First lessons ever learned, baby, keep it G. Hey, fly high out the eagerness. That's me, academic, and they keep it fresh. Flirt with every girl in the class, buddy. Bet, what it do, still pass the test. Hey, the home, gon' call it home. Well, that until the mouse call me home. One, mama still in the kitchen like Sunday. Every day of the week, that's a blessing, right? Everybody get your belly full, yeah. And you probably get your belly pulled. Ill, she get lost and she find way down in the country. She probably don't call the road. Backwoods on the dirt road. Roberta. With my kinfolk. Roberta. With his info. Hey, I call it home. Roberta. Down from a small town. Roberta. One know we all down. Roberta. And we all proud. Eating good cornbread, dirt road. Roberta. Backwoods on the dirt road. Roberta. With my kinfolk. Roberta. With his info. I call it home. Roberta. Down from a small town. Roberta. One know we all down. Roberta. And we all proud. Hocker brush to the bigger crook. Pat me down in the cold and rain. But he think he gotta play a shook. Why? Easy bringing up my cousin name. But he fishing in the wrong pond. Bet, guaranteed that I'm on one. Said, got some people on the phone, son. Go, know you playing with the right one. Oh, welcome y'all to my hog pen. Where I slaughter hoes often. Family, all of us is all in. No, that none of us talking. No, keep quiet, let the cricket sing. Meanwhile, water move for a piece of chain. You can keep the chain. I'm at home, we ballin'. Gotta know your people, man.
Mr. Lyle.
All right, you guys, we are back. Y'all hear that noise in the background? We're partying, you guys. We got Derrick in the building, and I'm going to give the name Diamond, and I want to say Diamond. It's a fierce name, so that means you got to come out Saturday, check out what's happening. We got one of the actresses here, and we'll go further into details. But right now, we have a caller on the line. Caller, are you there, and can you hear us? Yes. Let's connect it. What did I do wrong? Okay, I'm getting it. Okay, I didn't hit the button right, so I'm getting a little funny look over here, but I'm doing good. Look, we apologize for having you on hold. We are having a blast up in here. Let the listeners know, who do we have on the line?
My name is Kristen Young, and I play Margaret in same script, different cast.
She's one of the actors.
Oh,
yeah.
She the bourgeois, huh? She said Margaret.
Well, let me tell you a little about.
You would call in.
Absolutely. Oh, I will be known. Absolutely. People want to hear from Margaret. Okay.
Come on, Margaret.
I love it.
Margaret's character is so funny. Because even at a certain age, which I will say a mature age,
okay,
sometimes even at a mature age, people don't know their identity. Mm-hmm. They're still trying to find out who they are in life.
I can relate to that. Yeah.
So yeah.
Sometimes.
So that's Miss Margaret. And
all right.
Yeah, she's
so Margaret is wandering fabulously.
That's there you go. That's what I'm talking about. I like that.
She's doing it with class.
Doing it with class. There you go.
She can wander all she wants then.
I like that. Well, look, since we have two of the cast members, one here in the building and on the phone. Derrick, let the listeners know how they can find the information regarding this Saturday. You guys, you got to check it out. I'm telling you.
You can go to www.ssdc, same script, different cast. That's it. SSDC at eventbrite.com.
ATL.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do it again. www.ssdcatl.eventbrite.com. And you can purchase tickets also at the door.
Okay.
So you can get tickets at the door as well.
Awesome.
So again, www.ssdcatl.eventbrite.com. dcatl.eventbrite.com.
All right. So it's going to be a blast.
I'm
Sounds
telling
good.
you.
Yeah.
And
it's fun.
It's going to be such a fun show. It's a family show. Bring your children. It's going to be fun. We touch on autism. We touch on, like I say, identity crisis. And, dealing with your elderly that may have dementia and things like that.
Okay.
So, I write about life situations.
I like that, yes.
Real life situations. And I always tell people, don't tell me your story because it's going to end up in a book or in a play.
There you go. Well, we need to have a sit down. I'll give you a story, all right.
I'm telling you, I take bits and pieces from different people.
Give you a story.
I take, things from my own life. And a lot of people always try to figure out, is this part of him? Is this part of him? But all of it is part of me.
Okay.
In some way, all of it is part of me that I have experienced or I have seen, I have heard. So, putting that together, this is like my baby that I just, I love everything about it. I really do. I stand behind it, and I think that this is such a fabulous story.
Awesome. I like that.
I love it.
And so it's fair to say that Derrick Dixon, with this talent that you have in regards to stage plays, and because you're doing a lot of things out there, you're in the community, you're paying it forward, so you're making sure that anything that you place your hand on is something that the community can take away and they can apply to their lives for a better quality of life. Is it fair to say that?
It is, and I am not stingy at all. I want to make sure that I give back to the community, but I also, if you have a special talent, whatever you do, I always want to showcase people.
I love it.
I always want to make sure that you are, that you are somehow in that limelight, because I figure if I could see you up on the television, I'd be like, wow, I work with that person. I never say, how they going to get there and I didn't get there.
And you got a lot of mindsets like that out there.
To me, I got there because I was like, wow, look how I pushed them. I worked with this one young lady, and she was in one of my plays. She's working in New York on Broadway.
Really?
And her mother came to me and said, if it was not for you, you would have never pushed her. So I feel like, wow, I made it to Broadway.
And that's so true, Derrick. And you have.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I figured, Tanya, if someone sees her and she gets on the have and the have.
Come on, speak it.
Yes.
I'm like, you know what? Wow, I pushed her enough to say, you better go after it. And it angers me when I tell people, you're going to be on stage. You don't know who's going to be there. And for you not to believe in yourself enough to know, my job is to showcase you.
There you go.
You're bringing to life my story.
There you go.
They're going to understand, he wrote this. So I'm going to get the accolades for me writing it, but you brought it to life.
Let me say one thing about Derrick. I've known him for a short period of time. And I feel like brother and sister, right? One thing about him is he is very passionate about the people who work under him and with him. I've watched him love on us. I've watched, him even take money out of his pocket to take care of us or make sure things are taken care of. And that's big when you're working with, I've done other productions, I've done other plays, I've done TV, and I've done theater as well. But when you working with a director and a producer who is passionate about their actors, it's only going to compel us to excel. Right? Like it's going to cause us to want to do more because we are depicting his story or the storyline that has provided. And so, like in anything, anybody that is pouring into you, you want to make them look good. Because if they look good, if you look good, they look good, we all look good.
Everyone wins, right?
And Diamond wins.
Yes. Everyone wins.
Okay, everyone.
Yeah, and Margaret, is it Margaret or Marjorie?
Margaret,
give
us can you give us a little bit of your experience with this whole with this particular stage play that's taking place on Saturday, and just even your interaction with Derrick, because I'm feeling your energy, and even though when we spoke back in May over the phone, I think we even talked about the interview. I think for the next day or two, because I don't know if you remember, because we talked about your sons, and it was a really short interview, but it was memorable. So, Margaret, let us know a little bit about Derrick. We got another call. Okay, Margaret, can you hold on for a moment because I want to hear what you got to say about Derrick Dixon sitting here next to me. So don't hang up, please. Don't hang up. Okay. Sound engineer, click us over. Come on, you got this because I'm gonna mess the whole thing up. You know, I don't have this on. I don't have that. Did we miss it? Okay, real quickly, Margaret. You're gonna call back real quickly. Give me the 411 on Derrick and working with. I think Diamond spilled the beans, but I need confirmation.
And it's actually funny because I met Derrick when I auditioned for this production, and when he first said the script, and I read through it, and I was like, "What, strippers and old ladies?" I'm not. And I honestly, Derrick, I don't even know if I told you this, but I almost didn't show up for the interview. For the audition, because I was just like, I'm not for no raunchy hood.
There you go.
So, and that was just by glancing through it. And then I was like, well, you know what? Because actually my sister has modeled for 3D productions before. So she was familiar. She was like, no, he's pretty cool. I was like, oh, this sounds like some hood mess. And she was like...
She said hood mess.
Margaret.
But I said, all right, so it doesn't hurt to audition. You shouldn't turn down an opportunity, just to at least audition, because you never know what will come out of it.
That's right.
So I showed up for the audition, and honestly, immediately fell in love. And once I talked to Derrick, and I immediately, you already know, just being in his presence, he has this high energy, he has this great vision, and once I understood more about the show, I was like, oh, yeah, I definitely need to be a part of this. And, so when he selected me for the role of Margaret, I was thrilled. It's a great opportunity. It's a comedic role, but it's also, she's almost twice my age. So, it's a different kind of stretch for me, but it's a lot of fun to play. And this, as Tanya said, Derrick is committed to his brand. He's committed to his vision. So, we've been working together for about a year now.
Yeah, wow.
Probably about a year.
Okay.
Since the production first started, and it's just been an amazing journey. And I'm excited to keep him going.
All right. Well,
There's one thing that needs to be corrected that Margaret said.
What is it, Tanya?
We are exotic dancers.
Not strippers, exotic dancers.
Let me get my girl sizzle.
Don't get it twisted, huh? Well, I must say, Derrick, he's done a great selection with both you and Tanya, and so I'm really super excited about this Saturday. Okay.
Yes.
So look, we got another caller trying to call in. Caller, if you can hear us, we're the top of the hour, but we're gonna see can we take another call. So Margaret, thank you for calling in, and for listeners, if you couldn't get through, please try us. We're going to go back into a quick music break, and I promise we're going to take your call. Okay, stay locked in. Thank you, Margaret. You are pleasant.
Thank you so much. I'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you. Take care. You guys call us. You're listening to the Embodiment Underground Radio. Call us. Not too late.
I'm glad this week is over. I need to get away. Go home and throw my clothes on. Come get you right away. Can't wait to see you looking lovely. I hope you're thinking of me. Cause all I want is time with you and don't need nothing more. So loved you, 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 so loved you. I see you cross the road.
I feel like a breath of fresh air. I feel like I could fly, that I could get by. You know that I love you, baby. Any obstacle that comes my way, you know I'd do anything for you. Because of your love.
All right, you guys are now locked into the Embodiment Underground Radio. We are having a blast up in this building. We are here with Tanya. Is it Tanya or Tanya?
Oh, I was so happy when you said it.
Did I say it right?
You did.
I did say it right.
And it was sexy too. It was like Tanya.
Okay. We got Tanya and we have Derrick, Durrell, Dixon. Yes. Now I believe we have a call on the line, Derrick. Because you know what? I was just about to go into some more conversations. We have a caller, I believe, on the line. And caller, are you there? And can you hear us?
Hello, praise the Lord.
It's the pastor.
Hold on, Pastor. We're trying to hear you.
Oh, he all the way in. He went all the way in.
Can we hear?
See if it worked.
Okay.
Hold on.
We're having some technical difficulties here, you guys.
Can you hear us?
You want to put it by the mic?
It keeps switching.
Okay. All right. We haven't. Okay. There we go. All right. Pastor, can you hear us again? Confirm.
Pastor.
Yes.
There we go. All right.
Now, that's Christine.
Was that Christine?
Yes, it's Christina.
All right, Christina. Thank you for your patience. I'm glad you were able to get through. How are you this afternoon or this evening, shall I say?
We are doing fantastic.
All right. Well, you know what? And I already know the nature of the call. We got Derrick and Tanya hanging out in the building. So let the listeners know the nature of your call. We know, but let the listeners know.
So I am mom, but I am sitting here with my son Malik, who is also a cast member.
All right.
Yes. Hey, Malik.
What's up? And he plays Drake in the play.
He plays Drake, who is on the autism spectrum.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of people, when they would see him on stage, would say, well, how were we going to know that he was autistic? He didn't look like he was autistic.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
There you go.
And that was my point. What does autism look like? And why do you think that it has a look and you have to act a certain way to be autistic?
Precisely.
So I'm like, then I'm glad that you got it. Because you don't have to look a certain way. But Malik is an amazing actor. He, I started the audition process, and I couldn't find everybody that I wanted. So I put the play actually on hold.
Mm-hmm.
And then Malik had something to do, so I was like, oh man. So I tried to cast somebody else. I was like, nope. And I called his mother back, and I'm like, listen, I'm going to actually wait till he gets done with his project to make sure that he is part of this play.
Oh,
and
wow.
I waited.
Did you?
I did.
You were adamant. Your mind was made up. I like that.
He was Drake, and I knew he was Drake, and I could not see anybody else playing that part.
Okay.
So he's incredible. Yep. He's going to have you, I'm telling you, he's going to have you in tears.
Oh, wow. So when you know what? I know when your mind is made up, you stay steadfast with that thing, don't you?
You can't rock my boat.
You can't, you won't waver. I like that.
I'm a true Capricorn. I don't see gray. I'm on this side of this side, and I'm done.
You're moving and you're shaking. You're making things happen. I like that.
I like that. Earth sign.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So now we have Malik on the line who's autistic and
but not really autistic though.
Not truly in real life. In the play.
Yes.
Now there was a pastor coming in on the line. What's going on with the pastor? Is there a pastor somewhere in the stage play?
In the stage play, that is Elwood, Mr. Class Ingram. He plays Pastor Wallace. And Pastor Wallace is a mess.
And we heard that.
And
so
heard
yes,
that.
yes.
He is a mess. And again, I do characters because I want people to see, even though not mocking a pastor, but I want you to know that people are human. People have feelings. People have faults. And because you're a pastor, we put them all on this pedestal that they can't do nothing wrong. And as soon as they do, you want to beat them up and you want to do all that. You know,
it was one recently, wasn't it?
Oh, there's been a couple.
We're not going to talk about that one. It's we're not going to talk about no Pastor Wilson. Did you guys hear about that?
Oh, we heard.
Did you guys see it? That's what I want to know.
I didn't want them to look at it. No.
So you gonna look at him different? He go wham.
Oh my God! He crossed state lines.
Oh yeah! All right, you guys.
But Elwood, he's another amazing actor. We've been knowing each other. We went to a David Talbert's acting class together.
Okay.
Well, we didn't know each other, so when he walked in, I was like, now, who's this guy? I think he all that, trying to be all dressy and everything. I'm the one with the fancy shoes. That he gonna sit next to me with his fancy shoes.
Oh, Lord. Had two dapper guys in the room.
I'm like, no, you're not gonna come in here with your fancy shoes. And I'll put my shoes out a little bit further. He gonna stick his feet out a little bit.
So there's a little competition in the room, huh? It's only room for one dapper person now.
Right. So we are so tight. We do so much together. He works with me with my 3D foundation, with the nonprofit and everything. So, you know, I'm like his older brother, like his dad figure, because anything that he do wrong, I'm ready to say, hey, you know, fix that. Don't do that. Don't say that. So, but the thing is that he takes it with stride, and that's what I love about him.
I like that.
You know, same thing with, you know, Rick. Me and Rick, we close and we tight.
Oh yeah.
So all the cast that I have casted, we are like family. We really are.
Awesome.
Yeah, I had one little mishap, and it was so funny. It was so funny. And if you're listening, dear, I love you. But one little mishap.
But we gotta tell.
We gotta tell it.
I remember we had a rehearsal, and the poor girl, she just wasn't getting it. And at the end of the rehearsal, normally we end with prayer. I give everyone their critiques and everything. We go home.
Yeah.
Well, this one particular rehearsal, I just said, okay, see y'all later.
Yeah.
And everyone got quiet.
It was a wrap. We was like,
something's wrong.
Like, it was one of those things that you generally know. You know, like if a parent, you know something's wrong, you're like, ooh, something's wrong. Let me go to my room. We ain't know it. Everybody's like,
Cause see, I'm always so even keel.
You weren't even trying to pray for them that day. You guys are dismissed.
In Jesus' name.
I actually stopped my rehearsal in the middle of rehearsal and sent everybody home.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even time for them to stop.
Yeah.
That's how bad. I was like, they came in like the Temptations, like when David Ruffin would be high and drunk came in and stop, they be all that. He be like, y'all don't need. Like, I'm like, okay.
Right.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it one time. We were in rehearsal. I said, so how do y'all think you did? And we did this, we did that. Oh, we was all that and everything. I'm like, because if I was to come to this play and I wrote it, I wouldn't even come see it. They were like, what?
Okay. All right.
Oh,
But
baby, it was.
I'm telling you, it came back on point.
So I like that silent wrath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's the most scariest wrath.
Yeah.
That silence.
Yes.
Oh yes, powerful.
Oh, we know.
That's that. You get like this. You say. That's the ones you gotta watch.
They call your name a certain kind of way.
What you trying to say, Tiff? I mean, Tiffany. I love it.
But you know, it's necessary. There are times when when you're in rehearsal or when you're working with whatever area you are, whether you're the director or actors to actor. Sometimes that's necessary to really, because you get lax, especially when you do rehearsal over and over. For an actor, sometimes you're like, oh my God, we did this, I'm over it. Look, whatever. I know I'm gonna be all right the day of, but from a director's perspective, it's necessary to see that day. Like you gotta see it at all times. You gotta always bring it.
You're supposed to bring that character. As soon as you walk through the door, you're supposed to be that character.
And
I don't need to see nothing else but
Right.
that character.
I have my boy Amari. Amari's another. He's a young guy, 16. I think he's 15 or 16.
Yes.
And another strong
he
actor.
just turned 16.
Just turned.
Oh, wow.
Another
Okay.
strong actor. And I remember one time I was on him. I was really, really on him one day. And he shut down on me. And the next day he came back
with the thunder.
And I said, what happened? You made me mad. And I said, good.
There you go.
And I said, that's what I meant to do. And that's what I needed to do in order for you to see that you are an actor. If I allowed you to get up there and do anything any old way, then it's my fault.
That's it.
And then I don't want you to go to Tiffany, now to be in Tiffany's show and say, oh, well, Derrick showed me how to do this and everything. And you're like, well, then you don't need to be in his place no more.
There you go.
I want you to go over to Tiffany now and be like
whoa.
who'd you work with?
That's right.
That's right.
That's what I want. I
Put
want
him
you.
on the phone. I need him to come to rehearsal today because these acting up.
I love it. So and it's fair to say, as a producer, writer, director, when you're choosing your cast members, you have to really, really be very selective.
Yeah, be very
and you have to show that tough love.
Yes.
And I don't know, I think that could be basically in mostly in any establishment for those who are they're carrying out your baby.
And you write.
That's your baby.
You think of people when you write. You can envision them saying it. You can envision their movement. And, like when she came in to do the role, I had 2 roles in mind for her.
Oh, wow.
And when she did Diamond, I didn't even want to see her do the other part. Because I was like, that's it.
That was it. It was a match
That
for
was it.
her.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
Now,
it.
when it comes to the process of you selecting, is it something, because I heard when Oprah, when she said she's selecting people, she was like, it's something that you feel spiritually with that character that connects.
Yes.
Do you feel like that?
You do. There's a connection. There's a connection with the person. And you feel like something, that oneness of, okay, something about this person that I'm connecting to, and I don't even know them.
Right.
But it's like, let me tell you something, what's odd is that sometimes you write for a person and you bring them in, and like you just said, you have that spiritual connection or something with them, and then they tell you, this is really deep because this is something I went through.
Right. Yeah. And that's why you had that.
And you're like, wow.
And that's how they're able to pull it, really
they can relate to it. And you didn't even know. You didn't even know that they've been through something like that.
Sure.
Right.
So, and then they're like, sometimes it's hard for them, but then they can, I say, hey, this is your time to release it. And this is your healing.
Right.
Use it as a healing. And so you can, like you just said, push past it and move on.
That's like being in church then when you think the pastor talking only to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big crybaby in church. You know how the kids like,
I'm the biggest crybaby.
I'm that one who started crying and go all the way down to and it's crying. So that's So I experienced that. And,
my mom be like, she be happy. She's like, get yourself
together. Rick, Derrick is the biggest crybaby. And I cry. I see a commercial. And I'm like, oh my god.
Are you? Yeah. Are you talking to all of your emotions too?
He got new car insurance.
Tears of joy. Tears of joy.
I'm like, wow, this thing. He got insurance for the new car and everything. He got a new car and he drove away in it. And he's just like, he's so happy.
There you go. That's it. Nothing wrong with that, Derrick. Well, look,
I'm calling Geico right
right now. Well, look, you guys, we have, you know what? We have exceeded well beyond, and it was so well worth it. It's okay, because, you know, that's what we do. That's what we do. I wish we had more time. There's so much to talk about and all these wonderful personalities. So, you're amazing. You're amazing. I'm glad you guys were able to connect. Tiffany Durrell, tell it like it is. You know, she has her stage plays out there. We got Tanya hanging out with us, one of the actresses. I don't know if the pastor and Malik, are you guys still there?
Yes.
All right. Well, look, you guys, thank you for calling in and being a part of the show. Good luck for Saturday. I know you guys are going to blow it out the water. I already know this, and you know what? I already know. My energy tells me it is going to be a winner. So for all the listeners out there, you guys, please check it out. We're going to go into a really quick music break, and we're at the bottom of the hour of the second hour, and we're going to close this thing out, Derrick, okay? Cool. So you guys, stay locked in. Thank you, Malik, you guys, for calling in. Stay locked in. You're listening to the Mbodyment Underground Radio, and we have taken control.
Thinking out loud. These are probably some thoughts that I should keep to myself, but a little idea may be worth some big wealth. Cause starting from the bottom becomes top shelf. It's bad for your mental health, in fact. Study yourself, cause everything will fall intact. Everybody walks their own path less traveled. So who am I to judge? That's the law, no gavel. Take the first step, then it's followed up by the next. Learned that while I was standing at rest. Had nothing left, so I put that to the test. Time for action, start running my mouth like protest. Slowly but surely I seen the progress. Henceforth, the essence of Mr. J. Smith.
Hold up, wait a minute, hold up.
Is this thing
Wait a minute, hold up.
Gotta be still.
It's another exclusive, only from Mbodyment Underground Radio.
Let it get silent. Along the way I lost friends and relationships. I made a sacrifice and they can't take away from this. I invested too much of my time to these rhymes, and they say in due time, but my time's overdue. You see how I canoe through the flow and you say holy cow, man, he's the manure. I be beastin' on these beats on holy ground like I'm in cleats. From every space between my teeth, I mean every word that I say, so it is and so shall it be. I say some things sometimes that may leave some mind scrambling when I be rambling and carrying on. Let me adjust this microphone, just make sure this thing is on time and pay my dues, and I pay some dues for many others. Let me direct your attention to the best kept secret from the West Coast. I don't gotta brag and boast about the coast that hosts me. I'm just representing how I'm supposed to be. NEJP. If you know the acronym and understand the means, you can do this by yourself. You can build your own team. And if I point a finger, it's usually going up. And if I point a middle, the only thing I ever did was my own thing.
It's a good thing, though.
Yes. All right, you guys, you're locked into the Mbodyment Underground Radio. We have a full house here in the building. We're going to go around the table. Everyone, let the listeners know how they can find you guys. And Derrick, this amazing stage play Saturday. Tell them how they can find out and how they can get tickets.
Saturday, November 16th, we're going to be at the Porter Sanford Community Center. November 16th, the show starts at 6 p.m. Doors open at 5:30. And believe me, you guys, we start on time. We do not start late. It is called Same Script, Different Cast, written, directed, produced by Derrick, Durrell, Dixon. Go to www.ssdcatl.eventbrite.com.
Awesome. All right, guys, you know, it's your girl, Tiffany Durrell of Tell It Like It Is with Tiffany Durrell. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Tell It Like It Is with Tiffany Durrell. Also, my personal page, I am Tiffany Durrell.
Hello, everybody. Well, you know it's your girl Diamond. But my other life is, my name is Tanya Brown. You can find me on Instagram, Daddy's Girl Life, or you can find me on Facebook, Tanya Brown. Hit a girl up. I'll come and take care of your shows. And
come on.
That's
yes,
right.
Listen, I'm coming back.
Come on, you're welcome anytime. Come on.
And to find out about any of my auditions that I do for either fashion shows or any other plays and things that I do, go to 3DDD Productions 2 on Instagram.
I love it. I love it. You guys are welcome back anytime, okay?
Thank you.
We are fam,
Thank
all right?
you so much.
Well, I am looking for you to be in the house, be at the play, because you guys, you're going to love it.
Okay.
I promise you. You got some...
Diamond might ask you to come up and walk.
Oh!
Because
I wear my stilettos now.
Come on here.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to need you right in the front. In the front.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm be like, you boo boo, come here, let me tell you something.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Well, look, you have been locked into an hour and a half of Embodiment Underground Radio. It was so well worth it. You can find us Monday through Saturday, 6 until 7. Also find us on all social media platforms. You can just Google us. And again, please make sure you get those apps. We're on Google and the Apple Play Store and your home smart device. Alexa, just say, Alexa, start XFM. And there you go. You have it. Voila. You've been locked into the underground, you guys. Peace out. We have taken control.
I got to get
Yes.
Alexa to say my name.